Hello and welcome to the Outturn Podcast for October.
So we've got 8 new flavour profiles. What are the big differences, Mads?
I feel like we're going to say this a lot. We're going to ask a question and then we're going to say, Mads.
This is an evolution, not a revolution.
Oh, nice.
Orange peel.
Fruity.
Perfumey.
I like it a lot. Joining me as usual, we have Duncan. And our special guest is Madeline, and who is here to dazzle us with her knowledge of all things flavourful, shall we say. So the big news is that we have the new flavour profiles. So we have 8 new flavour profiles, which we are delighted to run through with you. And obviously that will involve opening some whiskies and trying them.
Yeah.
Okay
What better way to get to know them, I guess?
Right. Spotlight on me, I immediately have to open this whiskey.
Well, you're closest to it.
Ooh, no pressure, no
We didn't
pressure.
bring you here for no reason, Mads. Come on.
All right,
Start
fair
pulling your
enough.
weight. Yeah, so we got 8 new flavour profiles, which is down from our 12 old flavour profiles.
Yes.
What are the big differences, Mads?
So I think
I feel like we're going to say this a lot in this episode.
So
We're going to ask a question and then we're going to say, Mads, tell us.
Tell us everything you know about these new flavour
well,
profiles.
if I could get a glass, that would be quite
terribly
good.
sorry. The
'cause
service
then
round
we
here
could-
is
yeah,
awful.
terrible. So I think really to understand the new flavour profiles, you need to kind of understand the society's history with flavour. I know now it's quite common that everyone talks about flavour, but
Glad she's here.
I know. This
But-
is good, isn't it? We can just kick back.
we're kind of the pioneers. So back in the day, if you think about 1983, early tasting panel, at that time, whiskey was really referred to by age or region, which was helpful, but it doesn't today, and it at that point didn't really match what
Yeah.
the society was doing.
There's always been a big question mark about regionality, and you know, when you break it down, you actually, well, we have all the different regions, but is each region really, does it have its own distinct flavour?
How
Not
helpful are they in
Yeah.
defining the
Not
character of
really.
each whiskey?
Some you could argue that
It's
sort
a broad stroke
Yeah.
to it, but
Exactly,
take it
but-
with a pinch of salt, I think.
but
Well, in addition to that, the distilleries also didn't necessarily match, like the distillery spirit didn't necessarily match the spirit that we were producing from the same distillery. So you already kind of had that in play, and the tasting panel really used that to their advantage, and they developed this flavor-focused language. And it all kind of started there, but it wasn't until 2012 that we introduced the first 12 official flavor profiles. And that at that point, we had really expanded our whiskey offering at the society. And it was a really, I think Ewan has a great quote about this where he talks about deliberately broad brush strokes. So it was to just help you navigate that expanding range of whiskey, and just find your whiskey that much faster.
and that's what it's all about, because you know, let's face it, that we bottle 25 to 30 whiskies every month. We bottle from up to over 160 different distilleries now, and we specialise. A lot of what we do is single cask or cask strength. So, and it's a single bottling. So once it's gone, it's gone. So, and I guess you could come in and find a bottle which you absolutely love, and you know, you want to come back and get the same thing again. If it's been popular, then it might have sold out. So that's the perfect guide, and because we might not have the same distillery either. So you think, well, if, you know, I've got something in this flavour profile, I really like this flavour profile, so you'd expect that you'd like other things in the same flavour profile. So as you say, it's a really, really helpful guide, especially considering when we have the distillery code, which some people absolutely love, and they learn all the distillery
codes,
names to
yeah.
match with the codes, and that's a whole nother level of geekery, but it can be quite challenging, especially if you're new to society or you're coming into the venue for the first time. But yeah, it's all about accessibility, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think, you know, these to get to where we are now with our 8 new flavor profiles, over the years since we launched those 12 flavor profiles, which was in 2012, we've gathered tons and tons and tons of tasting panel data, and also a lot of member feedback about things. So one of the things that you'll notice when you look at the new refreshed signature range is that there have been some changes, and going from 12 to 8, you're like, okay, well, what are the changes? What has changed?
Yeah.
Well, I think the first thing that I find particularly helpful is we've gotten rid of age-led names. So we had Young and Sprightly, we had Old and Dignified, and those were more about the age of the whiskey.
Less about actual.
It was very confusing as well
Yeah.
because not all Young and Sprightly whiskies were young in age, and likewise for Old and Dignified. So sometimes you could have like a 32-year-old whiskey and it's not in the Old and Dignified profile.
Yeah.
Or likewise, you've got a 4-year-old whiskey, but maybe it's matured quite quickly in a hot climate and it seems older than its age. So they weren't that easy to navigate particularly.
This is an evolution, not a revolution.
Oh, nice.
So
It's a bit of a tweak, and I mean, there's some really nice, simple things that the colours, so there's going to be similarities in the flavour profiles. There's some similar sort of language used, and so there'll be some old flavour profiles which you love, and then it'll be quite easy for you to move into that something that is similar in the new flavour profiles. They'll match.
Yeah.
It's kind of not obvious, but it's easy to understand.
Well, I think, this is not a dumbing down, we've refined and refocused them. So we've taken all that tasting panel data, we've taken the member feedback, and we've said these are the ones that best kind of recognise the flavours in each. And so you'll notice with the 2 peated varieties, it's much clearer now. We had 3 types of peat before.
Yeah.
This just matches what we do a little bit better. It's not that the old flavour profiles were wrong, they weren't. This is just a further refinement of your flavour journey.
It was more based on how heavily peated it was, but this is more based on the flavour of peat that you get.
So
it should just be easier to find the flavours that you like most, right? On the surface level, you can recognise which flavour you're in the mood for by the colour. We've also got the flavour profiles on the bottles now, so you can easily
that little
recognise
strip right there.
which one you're after most. So yeah, it should just be easier for members to find the whiskies.
Just having 8 instead of 12 is
they're
already
in the mood
easier,
for
isn't it?
most.
But and you know what? It's boring to do the same thing all the time. We like to mix it up and have a bit of fun, and that's what we're all about. So I think everyone's going to love these new flavour profiles. I certainly do.
Yeah.
Obviously, what goes in the bottle is still, that extremely high quality, and that's what we can all agree on that for sure.
Yeah. So, cask number 39.296, Fruit Shop, Flower Shop Confectioners. 16 years old, Speyside whiskey, first fill ex-bourbon barrel, and 51.5% ABV.
Oh, so it really is just one cask.
One cask.
I'm a big fan of this distillery. This is perfect for the start of any sort of tasting you're doing, beginning of the evening, breakfast, whatever you want. But it's nice, easy going. But they have the long fermentation, really, really fruity and sweet whiskey, that's my bag, baby. It'd be very boring if we didn't laugh on this podcast, wouldn't it?
Well, and I mean, this is actually...
We should be more serious. And grow moustaches.
What? Speak
Grow
for yourself.
Yeah, I know.
I actually bought some fake moustaches the other day.
Oh.
I was in a kid's toy shop with my children, for the record, and for 50p they had all these fake moustaches, and I was like, I'm having that.
Okay.
Are we going to any Halloween parties? What's your best Halloween costume?
Best ever.
The best ever, why not?
You're asking the right guy here because I am quite a big fan of Halloween.
You dress up year round.
Is that any surprise to you?
Not at all.
I think my best costume ever was
Santa
it's
was
a bit morbid, but
on Christmas.
I went as Amy Winehouse, but this was after she passed away, so it was a kind of Halloween.
It's a little bit distasteful, Calum.
Yeah, it was a bit distasteful,
that is
but people
quite-
loved the costume. We're taking my photo and stuff like that.
Me and Kate did Bean and Teddy, Mr. Bean and Teddy.
What's that?
You know Mr. Bean
Oh, I know Mr. Right, okay.
and his Teddy.
So who was Mr. Bean?
I was Mr. Bean.
Okay.
I'm quite Bean-like, do you not think?
Oh.
big goofy looking.
My best ever costume was not a Halloween costume, it was actually a Eurovision costume. My husband and I went as Jedward.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that is
It
good.
was
That is good.
Yeah.
I can imagine the hairdo for that.
I want to
I had
see
really
the,
short hair
I
that
need to
is
see this
also
photo.
had like a...
The proper
quiff.
quiff.
I need to see this
Yeah,
photo. So back to the whiskey.
Yeah.
Back to whiskey.
What do we think? Has anyone actually tasted it yet?
I'm getting. Oh, I always do this. I see the color of something and then I smell it or taste it and I
Getting
can't. Well, I'm getting pink, but I'm thinking of pink things. I was literally like thinking about peaches there.
I get
Or
roses,
nectarines.
like pink
roses. There we go.
yeah. But I think
yeah,
Ewan
the
actually chose
raspberries.
this one. So what we've been trying something different with the Outturn, and that is we've been getting different people to write the Outturn intros. So this month, the Whisky team took over the cask introductions, and this was Ewan's pick. He said, it's super elegant. It's a whiskey maker's dream for blending, which is one of the reasons he loves it. And yeah.
We've spoken about it before. We're both big fans of this distillery.
Almost getting a little bit of like orange peel or something.
Yeah,
that sort of
it is,
zest on the palate.
It's just fruity.
Perfumey.
I was going to say fruity and fragrant. It's just fun and it's sweet and easygoing. I
Delicious.
like it. I like it a lot.
And I guess one of the important things we should say is we've got 8 new flavour profiles, but also you can buy this whole bundle as a oneer. So you can actually buy all 8 of these bottles, try the flavour profiles for yourself.
Okay, right. Well, I'll
You'll pour this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? We'll take it in turns.
I think this one's quite fitting for the month.
Yep, I was going to say, it's a great name.
One warm, sunny autumn day.
They're few and far between in Scotland.
Yeah, well, gotta take what you can
We
get.
actually have one today.
Yeah, I mean, we're not. Yeah, this is the October outturn, but we're still in September while we're filming it, and the weather's been okay this week.
That's been quite nice.
It's been dry.
It's been cold at night, but dry. Yeah, sunny. She just looked like she was going to laugh there. I feel like is this like a song or a direct quote from something, like a poem?
Sing us a song then.
One warm, sunny autumn day. So this is from distillery number 68.132.
Well
this is from the ripe fruits and honey flavour profiles. 14 years old. Initial cask is bourbon, and then it's been moved into the final cask, which is an ex-muscat barrique. This is what Richard should do to me all the time. Duncan's going to tell us all about muscat wine.
Well, you're testing me here, Calum. Is this an Australian wine?
It is. Oh, it doesn't say that on it, but you're right. It is.
Okay. And it's quite sweet, almost like a port. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a fortified wine.
Fortified wine?
Yeah. I mean, my knowledge of it is probably fairly limited as well. But,
Yeah.
But it's actually from Rutherglen.
What?
The muscat wine's from Rutherglen.
Is it?
Yeah. Did not know that.
No. Why would I know that?
Oh. Well, it's the Rutherglen region in Australia, which I discovered today. So not the Rutherglen, which is 10 minutes down the road.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
No, it's not much wine being made there.
Well, yeah.
Maybe
I was going to say I hadn't seen the grapes.
It's maybe a wee bit of consumption of the tonic
wine.
Okay, so let's have a wee go on this one. This is one of the oldest working distilleries in Scotland. It's a lovely wee town.
I mean, it smells so approachable on the palate.
Oh yeah,
I'm getting very little alcohol there at
I'm
all.
doing this again though, but I'm looking at the colour and all I'm thinking
Raspberries.
Well, this is the thing. Mouth-watering. I do think you look at these and you're just like, yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, absolutely. It's really, but it's dark fruits.
Yeah, I'm getting like plums almost maybe.
It's got a nice wee woody quality to it as well though.
Yeah, I get like crunchy leaves.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Crunchy leaves.
Crunchy
That's a good one.
leaves. Like walking through them in the woods. And
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
your cozy knit jumper on.
Yeah, definitely. It's very earthy, and I
I'm
think
embracing my inner North American here.
I mean, it is absolutely appropriate for autumn, and hence the name.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's a lot of like
I think
dark fruits. I'm getting a lot of plum, raspberries.
I don't know about you guys, but I think the whiskey's even better in these new flavour profiles. I mean, I've been extremely impressed so far.
No,
It's-
it is.
I think it's your turn to pick up a
My
bottle,
turn, is
pour
it?
a dram,
I get
and
the
tell
blue
us what
one
we
as
got.
well. I'm happy with that because I think
Why?
it's my favourite colour.
Is that getting
Out
to the
of
football?
the lineup. No.
Oh, I'm quite
as well.
excited
Come on,
to try. I'm
steady on.
excited to
Shinty.
try this one.
Shinty, yeah. who's your Shinty team?
Newton Moore.
Did you not say you were back home watching some sort of cup final or something recently? Or you're
No, but we did win the cup final.
Did
Oh,
you?
Beat
well done
Community.
you.
So
That's talk of the town.
so this dram would like to
It's
toast
quite a
it
big deal. Yeah.
to the is it a
Newton Moore Camanachd Club.
Newton Moore what?
Camanachd Club.
Camera.
Like-
Camanachd.
We both did that at the same time. Camera.
Camanachd. So Caman is
Camanachd.
That's Gaelic for shinty stick, basically. And
Ah.
Camanachd is shinty in Gaelic.
Oh, I don't know. I guess I maybe assumed that Shinty was maybe a Gaelic word, but
I can't say that ever occurred to me
I
before.
have no idea.
Okay, so what have we got here? We've got cask number 121.122, maple smoked salmon burnt ends, and this is in our coastal and maritime flavour profile. Here we go.
I'll pass it over.
Thank you.
You got quite a squeaky
I
chair.
know, I got quite a squeaky seat.
As long as it's chair and nothing else.
Amazing.
So it is coastal and maritime, but I mean, we've already spoken about this. This is actually so it's from an island distillery.
Yeah.
Which
Can
is
we
known.
say the island?
We have before, I suppose.
Isle of Arran.
It comes from there's 2 distilleries in the Isle of Arran. This is the original one, and they're not known for producing peated malt, but they do produce a small amount of peated malt, and so this is quite rare actually. In fact, this is one of their peated malts from that distillery. Also, the new distillery is going to be focusing fully on peated, so I imagine they won't be making peated up the original one. So this, I mean,
immediately it is
8 years old, so
starkly different to the other 2 that we've had in the lineup.
But you do get smoke in this a little bit. Yeah.
Little whisk, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you could tell straight away that it's peated, but it's still got a nice. It's quite creamy, and I mean, like definitely.
It's almost like salty and
yeah. Oh,
just a little bit of like briny or something. Yeah.
Like I think as well. I mean, I think the thing to say is that we're still using the same language to talk about these flavor profiles, but you will find that it's been recategorized and regrouped. So it could be that the tasting panel get a whiskey and say, okay, this is definitely going into coastal and maritime, but that doesn't mean that it couldn't also go into another flavor profile. It's not a direct for like swap.
It's possible for 2 things to be true at the same time. You know,
it's not. I mean, it's not exact science. You know, it's like it's a guide, and those edges can be blurred, but it's just a bit of fun, and it's just we're just. It's a way of getting creative.
It's just a guideline, isn't it?
Exactly.
To help you try and find the flavours you resonate with most.
Well, this is resonating with me quite a lot.
Yeah, it's almost a little bit oily, isn't it?
Yeah.
I really get the
textured.
salmon from the title as well. It is that kind of that savoury, sweet umami flavour.
Do you know, I know these are new flavour profiles, but it's quite similar to one we had before, and this is surprisingly peated. Like it's full on. But it's fantastic.
I wouldn't say. I mean, it's peated, but it's not it's not like the defining
a little bit of burnt seawood.
Yeah,
seaweed. Is that what I'm trying to say?
The seaweed. I was thinking about like a burnt driftwood or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's definitely more that smoky sort of charcoal sort of quality as opposed to that earthy, peaty. So that's probably why it's able to fall into this category, because it definitely still has that sort of.
It's just an undertone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maritime quality to it.
I think that's the thing. We've got these 8 flavour profiles in this bundle, the Infinite Flavour Bundle. We've also got all of the other new bottlings in this month's Outturn and some other parts of the Outturn as well that we'll talk about later on that are also all part of these new flavour profiles.
Oh, well, here's to Newton Moore.
Here's to Newton Moore Shinty Club.
Oh, come on, say it properly.
I can't read what you even said.
Cameracht.
Here's to the Newton Moore Cameracht
Club.
Well done. Well done, team.
Well done, team. Well done, Duncan.
I did nothing but... No.
You're the ball boy.
No, they wouldn't let me.
Okay, well, maybe let's just keep on trucking.
Let's just keep the momentum going.
Yeah. So we're doing peat before we've got the grain. Whose grand idea was that?
Duncan's.
Don't throw me under the bus here, Mads. This was
I think maybe we should go for this
I didn't
one.
actually give them to you in order. That wasn't the order.
I think we should...
let's swap them.
Yeah, let's swap these around, okay? We have had a little bit of peat, but I feel like if we're having 2 that are peated and then having a grain, then you can... Oh, sound good?
I didn't listen to a word you just said, but I trust you.
Open that one.
Trust.
So this one is Shades of Green, G17.1. So it's a .1, new grain distillery.
And what flavour profile is this?
Sweet and zesty.
Right, looking at your notes.
It's quite an ironic name, actually, isn't it?
Shades
Why?
of Green,
Well,
sweet and
because
zesty.
the profile is very much orange.
Oh, okay, yes.
So
That's a
you
fair
can't
point.
say that it tastes like orange
It's
this
an
time.
enigma.
Well, yes. Okay, so let's talk
steady on.
about grain whiskey, because
Yes.
we don't see them all that often, and my perception of grain whiskey before I joined the society was that it was literally just something that it goes into a blend to make it a little bit more palatable and a bit more easygoing.
It balances the flavour.
Yeah. And the only grain whiskey I ever tried, I think, was maybe like a non-age statement, and I tried it, and it just felt like I was sipping. It was pleasant, but it didn't really have a lot to it because of the way it's made. It is much more of it. It's not entirely neutral, but so it's almost a neutral spirit. But the flavour you're going to get is almost entirely from the cask. So I find them really interesting because depending on the maturation, that is what you're going to taste in the glass. And actually, some of the most interesting whiskies I've tried have been grain, of different ages. But, this is 11 years old. If you're having a grain, it's a non-age statement, it's probably going to be 3 or 4 years old. So at that point, there's really not going to be much to it. But
so what has it been matured in then, if that's mainly what we'll taste?
A bourbon hogshead, and a first fill bourbon hogshead.
Okay, so expect quite a lot there then.
Yeah, and it's actually got a really nice colour to it.
I love a grain whiskey.
Yeah, I like it as well. I mean, they're great not just for, sipping on, but perfect for cocktails or, as a mixer. Not as a mixer. That doesn't make sense, does it? No. Just glug, 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 glug. Oh, you've got a whiskey, sir. Would you like a bit of mixer or some grain whiskey in here? No. It's great. It's with a mixer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whiskey ginger. Anyone a fan for whiskey ginger? It's ahead of whiskey creation.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh,
sorry.
Right.
Ginger Fay Moffat. We had a bottling called Ginger Fay Moffat.
It was big. Wasn't it Big Ginger Fay Moffat?
Oh, maybe. Something along those lines, anyway. Back to the whiskey, guys. What are you thinking?
It's quite floral. To me.
Yeah, definitely floral. I was going to say sort of definitely kind of perfumey, kind of sweetness.
Honey.
Yeah, I can get honey.
Almost a bit of like white wine.
Quite grassy, maybe.
Yeah.
And that it is. I was going to say there's definitely quite a lot of wood influence in this. It's only 11 years, but I mean, I wouldn't even necessarily straight away guess that was a grain whiskey because it is so full of flavour.
That's beautiful. That's really opened up on the palate, and you get the wood, you get a hint of spice, but it's just beautiful and floral and
so decadent as
lovely.
Well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's creamy.
Yeah. Cream is the word. The creamy was the word I was going to use in it, and I always get that with grain whiskey. That's got a lovely mouthfeel and they're very creamy and smooth. Yeah. What we should have done, Duncan, was had this at the beginning of the tasting. Oh, well, maybe not actually, but nearer the front.
Well, maybe swap like that one and.
Yeah, roughly.
I'll level with you guys. I didn't realise you were reading out the order that I'd written down. I thought that you'd picked an order because before I said that I was like, oh shit, I should have picked out an order to put these in.
I just assumed you put them in order.
No. That's what I just realised when I had them in front of me. I was like, oh, I should have picked out an order.
So basically, we're all just assuming that, somebody else is in control, and none of us are.
Well, Duncan said pick 5, so I picked 5 in a random order.
Seems to be working so far.
It's all right.
Yeah.
They taste good.
Well,
I wouldn't have wanted to have that one first.
No, maybe not first. Actually, maybe I put it in number 2.
No, I don't know. I would
3?
have gone 3.
Okay.
But that's just me.
Well, that's fine.
But some people start with peat first. We don't usually at a tasting. But
I mean, yeah, by all means you can, and some people just drink peat whiskey all night, and that's absolutely fine. But I think that if you have too much peat, sometimes if you're having something afterwards, it can kind of mask the flavour a little bit.
Yeah, but it is fun to try. Say you might start in a certain order, but it's always good to save some and like
go and brush your teeth.
Go back and change
that would
between.
Be worse.
See how the flavours change as you go along the flight.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's a great way if you're doing a flight of whiskies or you're doing a tasting. It's good to leave some in the glass, not just for responsible drinking, but also because as it's sitting in the glass, it is reacting with the oxygen in the air, and the flavours are opening up. So, and like you say, it's good to compare and contrast at that point as well.
In fact, I'm going to go back to the first one because I feel like at 16 years old, a little bit of time might have.
You were laughing.
He wasn't laughing.
You think both of us are laughing?
You yawning or something?
He was taking me seriously.
Yeah. Let's take her seriously. This is my serious face. See, the thing is, I remember, Mads, you've been on the podcast a couple of times with me, and then I think the first time we did it, I was trying to get you to laugh or whatever, and I was like, yes, I got her to laugh. And now you just fully on board, and you know what to expect.
I did chaos.
Yeah.
Jokes at my expense.
You're adding to the chaos today.
Yeah, I know.
You're fully on board.
Oh, we don't often get to all sit here and have a nice chat about
Absolutely,
whiskey,
and
so
that is what whiskey is all about.
Yeah.
You know, sharing a dram, having a conversation with friends. Can I call you friends? Are we friends?
For now, we'll see how we are at the end of the
Are we
podcast.
work associates or are we actually friends?
We're colleagues.
Somewhere
Calum.
between. We're colleagues.
Well, you know, there is this whole angle that we're exploring in this new season of adventures together.
Yeah.
And Duncan, you wrote a really nice piece about this local whiskey heroes.
Oh, I didn't know what was coming there. I was like, am I going to remember this?
You're like, uh-oh.
Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Yes, we did a little feature with someone that's very familiar with those in the tasting panel, Nicola Young. And she has started her own whiskey club in Cumbernauld. And I had the privilege of going along to one of these, and it was brilliant.
I know Nicola, yeah.
So lively. I mean, we got there, and there was people arriving early. There was not a single seat left in the room. They started out at the Spur pub in Cumbernauld, and it's named after them as well. And yeah, I think they just started in a wee room down the back with maybe 13 people. Now there's 100 people in the club. They've had to expand to a room that was totally empty. It wasn't used at all before. And yeah, the place was just packed out with just loads of people that love whiskey. No, it's brilliant, and I think Nicola's done a great job in just building this own little community of whiskey lovers from Cumbernauld that previously probably didn't really know each other that much, and now they've all got new pals, new tables. There's people that are going that had never really tried whiskey before, and now they're going to every session, and they might not like every whiskey, but they're excited to try every whiskey and see what tickles their fancy and learn more about it. So
there's not a lot of drinks that kind of bring people together like that. I mean, you could definitely say it's true of wine, but you know, also whiskey. You know, there's something about it that, you know, the history and the techniques and production are, you know, so interesting, and then the variation of flavors that you get in the glass, you can sit and talk for hours about it. You know, yeah, that obviously helps lubricate the conversation. But yeah, that's why I love whiskey. Yeah, absolutely.
It's special. I just I came back at the end of came back Sunday from 5 days in Germany. We did a roadshow in Germany. So Olaf and Matthias, our German country manager, took one half of the country, and Andrew Park and I took the second half of the country, and we did 4 cities in 5 days, and it was a whirlwind, you know, a new city each night, but completely different micro-communities of Germans who are just so passionate about whiskey, and it was really cool to get to speak German with them and hear about what they enjoy and pour drams for them, because quite often they'd come up and they'd say, well, what do you recommend? And then you get to actually talk about our whiskey and what we do. And so I was there saying, try this bourbon because it's great, and if you like grain whiskey, you might enjoy this bourbon. And it just, you see that moment when people try a whiskey that you've recommended, and they're like, oh, that's really good. Oh, I really like that. Which one can I try next? And it's such a privilege. It makes it so special.
Yep.
But these communities, they're also just so engaged.
It's one of my favourite things to do with the society is be able to work with your feet on the ground and meet either members or people that have never tried society whiskey before, and see that moment where they just taste it and they go, wow, this is different to anything I've tried before. And you really feel how passionate the members are as well. It's easy to forget when you're just working in the office, you're kind of tucked away. I mean, you would have seen it in the members' room all the time. But
yeah, I mean, you know, my roles changed a few times over the years, and I originally started in the venue, which I loved. But I'm now able to be able to do things which involves the members in it ever so often, and it just reminds me how much I enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I mean, you always talk about it as to our members, but we really do mean that. You know.
I mean, it's what makes the society what it is at the end of the day. It's the members. So
can't get emotional.
No,
I definitely cried. I cried in Germany because
sorry.
I was all like, oh, this is wonderful.
Let's move on to the next dram, guys.
The last dram.
The last dram that we're going to open.
Or should we do some honourable mentions first before the last one?
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't I'll start pouring and you can.
Well, Mads, I'll give you one. I'll do one.
You can do one each to
So this is actually one I would love to try at some point further down the line because the name just sounds phenomenal. Rum and Raisin Espresso Martini. And this is from Distillery 80, cask number 55. It's been matured in a first fill ex bourbon hogsheads before being finished in a first fill ex Oloroso hogshead. So, I mean, it just sounds fantastic. And I really like the colour of this red as well.
You can see the colour of the whiskey before you even open it.
So dark, yeah.
It looks very dark. Lovely.
But yeah, that sounds fantastic. That's 12 years old, and it's 59.6%.
Well, I've got toasted oak and vanilla. And this one, I think we need some jazz hands for it because it's called...
Meaty.
Excellent. It's called Jazz Porridge.
I love that name so much.
Cask number 1.299. And it's 11 years old, Speyside whiskey. First fill ex-bourbon barrel for its full maturation. So single cask and 60.1%, which is pretty...
Sorry, what distillery was it again?
1.299.
All right, okay, number one, excellent.
Number one. Taking us back to the start. And then there's one more, if you want to talk about that
You
one,
can do this one, Calum.
Well, yeah, okay, cool. So this is from the Bold and... Why do I get the one that always sounds a little bit inappropriate? Bold and Peaty. It's called...
inappropriate?
No, not the flavour profile.
Oh.
This whiskey is from distillery number 16.98. It's called Meaty Wallop. See, because it might be funny, no, it's not laughing. I'll try that again and see if you laugh. This is from distillery number 16.98. It's called Meaty Wallop. Why are you laughing?
Meaty Wallop.
What's funny about that? Anyway, 12 years old. It's been initially in a... this is quite interesting, actually. It's been in an ex-sherry puncheon, and then it's been moved into a refill toasted butt. So toasted casks are usually what you associate with sherry. So, but that's quite unusual. I don't think I've ever seen a sherry cask and then moved into a toasted cask. So that should... Oh, I was almost going to open that there because I'm so dying to try it. But
it does sound really good.
yeah, I've tried a lot of whiskies from this distillery and they're fantastic. And quite often, actually, they go really well with cask treatment. So quite often we've seen HTMCs and STRs and things like that from this distillery. So that'll be one that we'll try later.
We've got another special honourable mention. Do you want to lay these out on the table so everyone can see these lovely
I want to lay them on the table.
So what are these, Mads?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
You can tell us all about them.
Here we are.
Cackle, cackle, cackle.
Yeah. Ooh, ha, ha, ha.
No, I'm just blushing. I'm not sure why.
Trick or treat?
Trick or treat.
You should have painted yourself green.
Why?
Like a witch.
I'm Glinda.
That's fine. Use it. Oh, Glinda, right, okay, yeah. That's my daughters want to dress up for Halloween as.
Well, I will say that the original was
so you're a good witch.
Yes, I think most of the time.
Yeah.
I try.
She's a bit sassy though.
You saying I'm not? Winter series.
Yay!
It's back. So we have a bottle to celebrate each season. Obviously, we're starting with Halloween before we move on to Christmas, New Year's, and then Barns. I said New Year's.
Barns.
I meant
That was really Scottish. Barns.
So,
Barns.
I think initially they're going to be available as the set, then we'll release them as appropriate throughout the end of the year. So we'll have the Halloween bottling coming in October on its own. And
it's a really fun collection to have, isn't it? Like the labels look fantastic.
Yeah.
Having even just one on its own or all of them together is just a great thing to have.
Yeah, we had a similar similar idea last year with the SMWS bottles winter series and one for each. So we've got Halloween, and we've got Christmas. We have a festive bottle. Then we have one for New Year, and then we have one for Burns. But they were fantastic next year. I haven't actually tried them. So I'm keen to explore them, but and everything about them is just a lot of fun as well.
Well, and I think the distilleries as well. There's a lot of fun to be had with the different casks that we've chosen.
Yeah.
So we've got for Halloween we've got an offering from Distillery 29.
It's not that often you see 29s, and they're always the popular one, especially. And you can understand why that's Halloween because it's that really full-on dark, peaty monster.
Pretty spooky spirit, isn't it?
Yeah, spooky spirit indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, the tasting note actually, because there's two casks, so the EU is getting 29.302, and the tasting note for that one, I actually loved it. It's mineralic, immense peat reek, which just really describes what I would expect from a Halloween drama.
I'm like a vampire now.
I was like,
I want to drink your cask.
was going to say Santa. It was kind of like a ho, ho, ho.
It wasn't oh. I want to give you a cask.
Oh, it's good. We can use that.
Well, we'll save that for Christmas.
We'll save that in November.
Can you do Burns as well?
A really Scottish accent. You're the Highlander. You do it.
He's from...
He's from Ayrshire.
Alloway. Yeah. He's from Alloway.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
I was just looking for a Scottish accent, and I think Highlanders have a good Scottish accent. Better than my Newton Mearns twang.
Well, anyway, the UK offering.
But I think maybe we'll just focus on the Halloween one for now. Anyway.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
And we will be going through them as they are released on their own.
Well, and the UK cask has some really nice notes as well. It's got a lot of meatiness and a lot of mentholic notes.
Lovely. So. We've got a dram sitting here that we need to explore before
Is it poured already?
I poured it already.
Okay. You did pour it.
So we've talked a lot about whiskey, but it's been too long since we had a sip. So I'll do a tiny bit more talking, and then we'll do a lot more.
Do you remember what drams you poured?
Have you picked it up already?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it should be fine. That smells peaty, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So smoky and fruity flavor profile. This one is from distillery number 135.68. It's called Wisps of Tropical Fruit Smoke. It's 10 years old, and it's spent its entire life in a first fill ex-bourbon barrel, coming in at 57.9%.
Immediately I'm getting like charred pineapple.
So this distillery, we have different numbers for the distillery because it does a lot of different styles of spirit. It's very interesting and creative in terms of what they produce. This number 135 is probably more traditional. So it's from the traditional pot still. So, have you had a wee sniff yet?
I've had a little smell, yeah.
I'm really getting that pineapple and a little bit of like gammon as well.
It's quite different actually. It wasn't. Yeah, absolutely.
Or like a
gammon and pineapple,
sweet, like a peach chutney.
It's funny because I feel like taste this is going to be more of an impact with the smoke.
It's very sweet to me on the palate.
It goes properly fruity.
That is delicious.
I find it interesting that sometimes drams, you
It
know
can be
that
quite misleading sometimes.
well, a little bit. You know that, because of the flavour profile, you know that it's going to be peated. On the nose, yes, there's an element of it, but not nearly as much as on the palate. It delivers a much bigger punch of it.
I mean, right up front on the palate, I get a lot more fruit, but the aftertaste, the more I let it linger, the peat starts to come through.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like you've roasted fruit over a barbecue and then you've like managed to get some of the ash on your tongue.
Yeah.
I have to say that is really fantastic.
No, it's delicious.
It's wonderful, yeah.
And there's a lot of complexity to it. There's a lot going on, a lot of different flavours. Excellent one to finish on. You're just going to neck the whole thing.
Should we give Peat Plants a little honourable mention?
I thought you were going to say we're going to crack them open. I'm like,
there is one open if you'd like to try it.
well, you're the one.
You're the expert.
Yeah, you're the
Yeah,
expert.
so last year we released our first creators collection, which was called Peat Plants, which was a great success. And that looked at covering the different peat landscapes across Scotland. So depending on where the peat comes from, that'll make a big impact on the type of flavour that you're going to come through in the whiskey. So last year it was a much broader approach to different peat landscapes, whereas Peat Plants II, this is largely based on the west coast of Scotland. So you can expect that it's going to be much more intense, much more rugged. I think because of the coastal element of the west coast, there's a lot more seaweed. The peat is very different to the sort of like heather highlands peat that you'd get in the north or in the Highlands. So yeah, these flavours are going to be really bold, robust, quite
And you've
intense,
tried them all, haven't
quite
you?
coastal. I've tried one and it was delicious. It was very, very good.
Yeah, the peat plants were the first collection was very popular and everyone loved it. So there's a lot of excitement about number 2.
Yeah, yep. So there's 4 different bottles from Islay and West Coast distilleries. I won't give away any names. I almost did there.
Other islands or
there's
peninsulas?
Yeah,
or
there's another islands. Yep,
another island. Yeah,
another islands.
Another
I won't say
island.
too much more, but get myself in some trouble. But yeah, these flavors are for the peat freaks. This is a sensational display of peat, I think.
Well, there's so much going on, isn't there?
I know there is a lot,
Exciting,
and we've had to cut out a lot here as well.
What a
because
time to be alive, guys!
What a time to be a society member. There's
8 new
it's all
flavour
happening.
profiles.
I mean, I'm joking, but I'm also being serious at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
it's great. Like, I think it's fantastic.
So much to get through. Get yourselves a long-term members room. Try the new flavour profiles. Try the winter series. Try the peat plants. There's so much whiskey to drink and enjoy.
And then we do it all again next month.
And then we go again.
Yeah, that's it. The new flavour profiles are here to stay. It's not 1 month only.
Yeah, I know.
So here's to us, first of all, guys, and thanks for
To the new
joining
flavour
us.
profiles.
Cheers to the new
Yeah.
flavour profiles. And to our
That's it.
members at home.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.